is going to be rolled out for the public, so we can look at it as well and have some input. The other concern that I have is in Margaret K. Lewis. As you know, it is overcrowded, but we're spending a lot of money on, instead of erecting a new school for Margaret K. Lewis, we're spending a lot of money on stadiums and other things when we should really be looking at the education of our students over at Margaret K. Lewis. So that is a concern of mine. I was told several years ago that when MKL was relocated over in Millville, that it was gonna get a new school. Well, we're still waiting on that new school. And it's a huge problem for us. When I say for us, I'm talking about military families who would be moving in, who would have kids who have to attend MKL. And if that school is overcrowded, which it has been for several years, what are we doing about that? My other concern, to go back to the accreditation, if you're following me, Mr. Moss, Chairman Moss, if we go back to the accreditation, then what are we doing to make sure that all the components are in place so that we can be accredited? Because we got an extension on our accreditation, right? A lot of people do not know that we got an extension because of Hurricane Michael. And so if we got an extension because of Hurricane Michael, then where are we with the accreditation? Are we ready? Are we ready when we meet, when the agency comes in the, I guess we're gonna, well, not guessing, they're gonna come in the fall of this year in order to, so we can get the accreditation. So if there's some things that needs to be done or need to be met, we in the community need to know what's going on. Thank you. Yes, sir.
We had a really extensive workshop last week. One of the topics we visited was MKL. Were you at that workshop by any chance?
I'm not gonna comment on that, Chairman Moss,
When that was advertised.
because I stood here at the last board meeting talking about the strategic plan, okay, and workshops, and I was shut down as if nothing was going on. But I know that was a lie, okay, and I'm not gonna use the word lie, but misinformation, and you don't want to have certain people at events, so they, at the workshops, so we can give input. No, I was not aware of that workshop. I saw it when it came across my phone, and I did get an opportunity to look at some of it and watch it in replay. But we do have some serious problems. We do know that the superintendent is stepping down, or he already resigned as of the end of this school term. Well, guess what? We need a superintendent to come in, well, we do understand the state statute and all that, but if the superintendent is going to step down in July, and we have an accreditation that's coming up for the fall, so we can be accredited by July of next year, that's a time frame. When you're talking about a budget, when you need a strategic plan that actually expired in 2020, and this is 2023, and that's a piece that must be included for our accreditation. I just want to know, well, when are we going to roll out the strategic plan? That's all, so we know what's going on, okay? And I appreciate your emails back to me regarding the budget calendar, but I still have a problem with the date, July 24th, which is a Monday, the day before July 25th when the school board meets, and I also have a problem with September 11th on the budget calendar, which is, again, a day before the school board meets. So I just don't understand why we are being left out in such a crucial time, what's going on with education. And another concern that I have, Sergeant Steve Moss, Chairman Moss.
I've been called worse.
Okay, well, me too, but in writing on Facebook, but that's different. Another thing that I have a problem with, sir, and this is huge for me, okay, is how certain people can talk about parental rights. When you take rights from one parent and give it to another, that is not right. Not to be redundant with that. As an American citizen, nobody can tell me what I can do with my child, what my child can read. That's something entirely different from critical race theory. And so, I read on critical race theory, so I know what it is. Not saying that you don't, but I know what it is. Critical race theory is not what we are making it is today. It is a divisive piece to get people angry, to go to the polls, and I'm not about that. I'm about making sure that our students have good education, We need to be talking about our students cannot read. We need to be talking about where we rank here in Bay County along amongst other school districts in the state. We need to talk about, again, Margaret K. Lewis, that we know for a fact that the Department of Defense is not gonna allow their kids to come in here and go to an overcrowded facility that looks like that piece of property over at MLK. So we have a lot of work to do, and I hope we can get it done. And take politics aside, and your personal feelings about me, you need to take it aside, and let's try to get some things done for our community.
Just, Chairman, just so you and board members know, the July meeting of the budget, the September meeting are both required by law, we use those dates. It's not anything you have any authority, you have to meet those dates, and I think they're very specific about time, so it's nothing that you're doing everything followed by state statute when your budget has to be done. With regards to accreditation, they've been working on it for a while, and just so everyone knows, because we keep hearing the same thing, we're supposed to do it for Hurricane Michael, they postponed it, they were gonna do it during the pandemic, they postponed it, we did not postpone it. I've had meetings with Cognia, the group that is doing the accreditation, we are fine in the planning stage, so it will be rolled out, plenty of time for everybody to be involved, but it is a normal process. I did it years ago with the southern colleges and schools, it's just, it is evolved now, it's a lot more, documents online and things like that, but there will be a time when you will have workshops and meetings and strategic plans, and there's nothing to worry about there, but again, I just wanna make sure you understand that July meeting and September meeting, you could move it if you wanted to. Those are in statute,
Those are set by the state.
set by the state budget meetings.
Right.
It just happens, we meet the following Tuesday here,
Gotcha.
but that's,
Okay.
but you have other budget workshops, in fact, you have one today, other than, what's it next week?
Next week, the seventh.
But
So
you have
our
other
next budget workshop is the seventh, so a week from today, we'll have a workshop after the school board.